rising high. Feel the change inside. Better days inside. AFC stands tall. Hear the freedom call. Together we will rise. Victory now rise. Never must come. Hey, feeling it today. Never must come. Hey, AFC will lead the way.
On this glorious Tuesday morning, October 29, 2024, it's my pleasure to welcome all the members and supporters of the Alliance for Change down to our head office, the Center of Change, this early morning as we begin to celebrate today the birth, the 19 beautiful years, sometimes full of challenges, but full of resolve to continue to serve Guyana and its people. This morning, as we celebrate our 19th anniversary, we want to start with a universal prayer, and I want to invite Youth for Change member Onyx Duncan to say a prayer to set the tone for this morning.
Thank you, Kathy. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven freedom, my Father, let my country awake. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Onyx. Now, this is a tradition that many may not realize we've been doing for the last 19 years. A small group here at the location, always raising the flag in salute of the party and especially our founding members. At this point, I want to take you over to our flag raising, where we have Dennis Aswell, who's been with us for the last, strong supporter of the Alliance for Change, and also Camille. And we're going to be raising the AFC flag and also our golden arrowhead. Over to you.
Slowly, slowly. Go. Keep going. Ready?
Thank you. And Dennis Atwell, I'd love to invite you to come and say a few words to our members and supporters that are with us this morning.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Out here looking on at this event, this very historic moment, 19th anniversary of the Alliance for Change. Let me say it over the years, it has been a pleasure, and the most important thing for me to be committed to the Alliance for Change. The Alliance for Change means change in Guyana, and we have accomplished a lot over the years. And so that we now we are at this point where we are going into the 2025 election. So I'm saying to the electorate and our supporters to get involved with the AFC, start doing the work, and be committed to the development of Guyana. My commitment to the AFC is not for my personal gains, or has never been for my personal gains, but for the people of Guyana. Generations to come must inherit the wealth and the growth of our nation. We have a strong nation. We have a wealthy nation. And so that we must follow in the footsteps of our leaders, of our forefathers, Dr. Teddy Jagan and Lyndon Forbes Sampson Burnham. They have laid a foundation for us, and so that we must follow in their footsteps. Do not sell our country out. Do not give our country to foreigners. Had it been for these two men today, a lot of that we have seen here in Guyana today would not have been. So let us raise this sense of nationalism and patriotism and commitment to a national development with a human face. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Camille, our other flag raiser, please. I know we got you in the sun.
Good morning, viewers. Good morning, Patty, and thanks for having me here. This morning, I am overjoyed to be a member of the Alliance for Change. We are here celebrating our 19th birthday, and when you turn 19, you're an adult. So, viewers, as we here do enjoy our celebration, do come out and mingle with us. The Alliance for Change is alive and well, and we are going into a 2025 election. Let's get in line. This is the people's election, and I encourage every person to get in line with the Alliance for Change, and let us work together and bring Guyana to where it should be. Thank you.
And another long-standing member, I want to ask Albert Cromwell to say a few words for us this morning.
Thank you, Kathy, for having me to say a few words this morning. My mentors, the leaders, and the rest of the AFC followers and leaders. Because I'm well and warm this morning. I'm trying to use some strange words. Because I'm AFC all my life, you know, and I'm here to support and to deliver and to even sympathize with our fallen members like Miss Sheila Holder, the mother. But I don't really want to say much. I just welcome the day and would like to enjoy the rest of the day. everybody like the AFC.
Thank you, Albert. Thank you, Albert. We are fortunate this morning to have one of our founding leaders with us. As Albert said, we regret the passing of Sheila Holder, but we have held strong to her mantle and we've made sure that her baby, this party, has continued to grow from strength to strength. We've had this morning apologies from Mr. Trotman, who could not make it, but we are so fortunate to have Kemraj Ramchatan, Member of Parliament and founding member of the Alliance for Change. Kemraj, please.
Thank you very much, Kathy. And all those others who made it this morning for this flag-raising ceremony on the 19th anniversary of the formation of the Alliance for Change. I want to say that every anniversary celebration for a major political movement is something that should be celebrated. It was not easy when we started off, and I recall that a number of people had some very negative thoughts on the creation of this movement at that point in time. But we knew that the journey was going to be hard. We knew that there are going to be very many challenges, because politics is not an easy thing, especially in a society that had two behemoths, the PPP and the PNC at that time, and indeed not wanting really for the emergence of any other political forces on the landscape. And that is why words of some leaders that they are underwhelmed, that we are wishy-washy, and to the extent that they have no place to go, we have disproved them completely. We will continue to disprove the naysayers, because indeed we are a united party and we must remain so.
Yes.
The most destructive thing that I have come across from all my readings and all my experiences, all the activities that you have on organizations, is that unity must prevail so that the institution or the political organization can continue. And I am happy to say that our present leadership, our present youth leadership and women's leadership in the Alliance for Change have continued that journey, notwithstanding the very many challenges. I want to take this opportunity too to congratulate the individual efforts of members. Sometimes a lot of people look and say that they've got to be done by leaders, and then they exclude themselves, only doing a lot of criticism, doing very many criticisms of the political organization. But I have seen that indeed a resurgence of effort and individual activities that have continued to make me feel so hopeful that this organization has so many places to go. Its journey must be continued. Brothers and sisters, colleagues, let us celebrate this. We must also, during the course of the celebration, also do retrospection as to where we ought to do better, where we did wrong, and of course, what are some of the policies, orientations that we must now, in view of a 2024 scenario, commend for the electorate, for the people and our support base. People want to know what the Alliance for Change is going to do, and we have been doing a wonderful job, especially through our new leader, Nigel Hughes. I want a round of applause for Nigel. And the impact that he has had over the past couple of months alone can be seen when you have leaders in the opposing party saying so much things about a party that they regard as dead. Well, the dead has never been more effective. I I want to say congratulations again, and keep the current flowing. We are going to be winners very soon. Thank you very much.
Excellent words of wisdom, reflection, and advice from the AFC's founding member, Mr. Kemraj Ramchadan, Member of Parliament. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Nigel Hughes, current leader of the Alliance for Change.
Good morning, viewers. Morning, members of the Alliance for Change who could make it here this morning. There's an old saying that if we stand on the shoulders today, if we are successful today, and if we have cleared a path for others to follow today, it's because we stand on the shoulders of those that have gone before us. I want to start off by saluting the founding members of the Alliance for Change. Sheila Holder of past memory, Kemraj Ramchadan, who is here with us, and Raphael Trotman, who unfortunately couldn't make it here today. I also want to commend those who were here at the beginning, and people sometimes overlook them, but are equally worthy of celebration. David Patterson, current chairman of the party, Kathy Hughes, former chairman of the party, and you have heard before from those members that have been here from the beginning. We've got Camille, we've got Dennis, and we have our own stalwart, Mr. Cromwell here. I want to just briefly touch on a couple of points that we perhaps sometimes forget. The AFC was born in 2005, and it was in government in 10 years. 10 years. And we are coming up to our 20th anniversary when we will be in government again. It is important, and the AFC has done this from the time it started. When it started, it was the key to unlock the future for this country. And it has developed over the years to become the bridge that connects all the peoples of this republic together as we go forward. God has blessed us, and we have had the good fortune to have revenues that can actually fund the development dreams of our foreparents, the development dreams of the founders of Guyana, and the development dreams of the founders of the Alliance for Change. But that good fortune has to be very carefully managed and appreciated. And at the present moment, all of us witness the mismanagement. The Alliance for Change has a pact with all of the people of Guyana about its future. It's going to be a pact for a new republic that will bring economic and social justice. It will bring hope. It will bring a very high degree of responsibility. And we in the Alliance for Change, both in Guyana and internationally, with members of the diaspora, we will provide leadership and government next year that will allow this country, perhaps for the first time in its history, to fulfill its full potential. I'm humbled to be here on its 19th anniversary in a position in which I could jointly lead the party that will lead this country to prosperity. We will shortly be releasing our pathway to the future. I know that leaders of other parties are beating us every Thursday. What is their vision? Where they're going? But it's interesting. That leader that does that every Thursday, in June was saying we were dead. In July was saying we were dead. And then all of a sudden, there was a resurrection. And now, he's not talking about death anymore. He's saying, oh, where are they? Where are they hiding? We can't see them. We only have to be absent for 1 week, and he's missing us. I want him to know that we understand that you miss us, but next year when we take over, we will also include you in the development plans for the future. Which is unlike that which we were doing. We will never pronounce you as dead, even though the facts may contradict our view. So as we go forward, for the people of Guyana, this is going to be a partnership between you and us. It's going to be a pact between you and us in which every single citizen in this country, every group, every political group, every civil group will participate in the creation, development, and execution of a new republic and a new Guyana. I thank those members for coming here this morning, and to the citizens of Guyana, we wish you on our behalf happy AFC 19th birthday. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, as we reflect on 19 years ago, I am happy to say that standing right next to me then was our chairman, Mr. David Patterson. We're going through in no particular order. So David, please come and say a few words.
Thank you, Kathy. Good morning, leader, founder leader, members, viewers. It's a pleasure, absolute pleasure for me to be here. And it's one of those bittersweet moments because we're here celebrating our 19th anniversary. It's something that Kathy said that we've done for 19 years. And I've been involved in all our 19th anniversaries, but I've also been involved in all our victories because persons have been crying and decrying and pronouncing our debts for 19 years. Yet, here we are. When we started, as Kamraj said, the comments were we were a wishy-washy party, we were a fad, we were going to fizzle and disappear. But in the 19 years that we've been here, we've left a profound mark on the political landscape of Guyana. This same wishy-washy party gained 6 seats in our first elections. And by gaining 6 seats, we only were rewarded 5. We started a trend of exposing and showcasing the inadequacies of GCOM. This same wishy-washy party were the ones that took GCOM to court, a lot of persons will know, and won, and forced the 2 behemoths to change the laws to keep us out. There are so many things that we have done and continue doing that has forced the persons that every day, every other day proclaim that we are dead to react. So obviously they have to have some sort of morbid sense of humor, some morbid feeling that every day they're reacting to a so-called dead party. The Alliance for Change is a lovely movement, and I'd like to encourage persons to get involved. It's a liberal democracy, and we have a program this evening where we will explain the whole history and formation and our policies and our beliefs where we can go. But being the only party that political party that I have ever joined, it's been my pleasure to be on the journey here with the party for the last 19 years. And obviously I do hope at our 25th anniversary celebration, we obviously would be in government, so obviously
yeah, that's right.
5 years away.
That's right.
We can reflect on a movement that started off as a movement and emerged into a political party that brought down a government, that brought a government to a minority and then put them out, and that will continue doing that in 2025. Ladies and gentlemen and viewers, I urge you, become engaged. This is not a party that does not welcome new persons, does not welcome diverse views. That's why I'm here. That's the reason why I joined the party, because as the founder leader, Kamraj could attest, we had spirited arguments on every single policy that we produced, every single thing that we would have done. And it's not a party that expels you for your opinions. Because I think if that was the case, I think several of us would not be here. You are free to express yourselves. So, particularly for the youths, this is the party that you can come, you can learn, you can nurture, and you can be involved in nation building at this really critical time. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for spending some time with us. We'll see you next year. But most importantly, we'd ask you to tune in this afternoon at 6:30 when we will do a full review of our 19 years in office. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you very much, David. And David has actually reminded me of the importance of the many supporters that we have in the diaspora. To our members, friends, family in the diaspora, I want to say a very special salute to you this morning. It was wonderful to connect with you recently, and we continue to appreciate the support that you sent to us. I think it's only fitting to say at this point that we have had a surge, an upsurge in membership, a large amount of young people, old people, all ages that are now joining the Alliance for Change, especially through our virtual platform. And I want to say a special thank you to you. We're going to change the environment within which you feel that you can step forward and show the decision that you have made. But I'm happy to say that this morning we have a very special new member of the Alliance for Change family who, although she receives criticisms almost every Thursday, has been strong.
That's right.
And has stepped forward and said, yes, I accept that better must come and I must be part of that process.
Yes.
So again, Laura George, please, if I could ask you to say just a few words. Sorry to put you on the spot.
Thank you, Kathy. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I wish to say that I want to recognize the co-founders of the Alliance for Change. Sheila Holder is no longer with us. But I want to say this because I seem to find myself among people who are always there creating the path before me. In this regard, I wish to say that I totally respect that it took courage of the three co-founders of the Alliance for Change to break away from the monotony, to break away from the polarization, where we felt that, it has to be either this party or that party. But the Alliance for Change, the vision of the co-founders was that it has to be one that is a party based on truth, based on justice, based on equality, and based on inclusion. So I invite all of you to join the Alliance for Change. As an Indigenous woman, an Akawai or a Kapong of the Upper Mazaruni, I invite you to break away from the shackles of believing that you have to vote along this particular party or that particular party because, your grandparents voted there, or because they did something for you, and you feel that you're obligated to vote for them. That is not what we want in Guyana. What we want in Guyana is where you're able to vote freely. You're able to vote for a party and leadership that have a vision for justice, for rights protections, for the environmental protections, and to say how as a nation we want to go forward as all Guyanese. So I once again invite you to join the Alliance for Change. This is an invitation for all the regions, but I also really want to say thank you to the many vanguards and flag bearers of the Alliance for Change who have stood throughout. And along with the previous or the other chairpersons and executive members of the AFC, I also really wish to acknowledge their contributions and their never-ending forthwith to carry the flag of the Alliance for Change. Thank you for joining the AFC, and I welcome you on board. If you have to feel very scared, that you don't want to leave a political party, then it means that you are not in the right place. The AFC is a right place for you, and better must come.
All right.
Better must come.
Thank you, Laura. We're winding down this morning's event. We again reflect on the fact that we continue to stand strong on our founding principles of healing and reconciliation, a uniting of all our peoples. We are blessed to have 6 beautiful peoples in this country, and the Alliance for Change will always, always, always work hard to keep us together as one people, one nation with one destiny. Every Wednesday and every Friday, we invite any member of the public to come down to our offices right here on Railway Embankment, when we will always have a few members of the executive right here that you could meet with. We also invite you to come down or send through our social media platforms any of your recommendations. As you know, we've been doing a listening and grounding session locally, regionally, and internationally, because as we finalize our plans, we want to make sure that your thoughts, your wishes, and your recommendations are also included in those. So come and visit us anytime. As we close off, I recognize that we have a very important celebration on Thursday. And so in closing, I want to wish all Guyana a happy Diwali. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Happy Diwali.